Hello everyone, this is Shreya Pandey and I welcome you all to the LawEd channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 15 MCQs of the Constitution of India, which will be beneficial for any state judiciary exam as well as for any law exams where the Constitution of India is asked. In this video, we will be discussing some of the basic questions. Those are very easy as well as those are very important because it has already been asked in some of the exams. So our first question is, how many parts are there in the Indian Constitution? The options are 20 parts, 21 parts, 22 parts or 23 parts. So if we talk about our Indian Constitution, so we have total 22 parts. That is option number C is the correct answer. The next question is, how many schedules are there in the Indian Constitution? So if we talk about the schedules, initially we had 8 schedules, but currently we have total 12 schedules. That means 4 schedules has been added later on by some of the amendments. So correct answer is option number D. Next question is, who was the head of the drafting committee? The options are Jawaharlal Nehru, B.R. Ambedkar, Rajendra Prasad or Vallabhbhai Patel. The correct answer to this question is option number B, that is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the head of the drafting committee. Next question is, what was the enforcement date of the Indian Constitution? Students, don't confuse with the enforcement date and adoption date, as enforcement date is the date on which this Indian Constitution has been enforced whole over the India, whereas adoption date is the date on which President gives assent to it. Options are at your screen and the correct answer to this question will be option number D, that is 26th of January 1950 was the date on which our Indian Constitution has been enforced. Next question. Objective resolutions of the Indian Constitution has been laid down by. Objective resolutions has been given under the preamble of our Constitution and it has been laid by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. That means option A is the correct answer. Next question. Fundamental rights has been taken from which country's constitution? The options are United Kingdom's constitution, United States of America, Government of India Act 1935 or Russia. So if we talk about the fundamental rights, it has been provided under part 3 of our Indian Constitution, which extends from Article 12 to Article 35, and it has been taken from the Constitution of the United States of America. That means option B is the correct answer. The next question is, right to free legal aid has been provided under which article of the Constitution? So we are talking about the free legal aid. It has been provided under Article 39A of the Indian Constitution. Article 39A talks about the directive principles of state policy and it has been added by the 42nd Amendment 1976. Next question is, how many fundamental duties are provided in the Indian Constitution? So if we talk about the fundamental duties, we have total 11 fundamental duties. That means option C is the correct answer and the fundamental duties is provided under part 4A of our Constitution and it was added on the recommendation of Swan Singh Committee. It was basically added by the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 by the recommendation of Swan Singh Committee. So total we have 11 fundamental duties. Question 9. Which part of Indian Constitution is known as Magna Carta of India? If we talk about the Magna Carta of India, so that is part 3. Part 3, that means the fundamental rights. Our fundamental rights are also known as the Magna Carta of India and it extends from Article 12 to Article 35. So part 3 is the fundamental rights. Next question. Article 17 of the Constitution talks about. We are talking about Article 17. Article 17 is our fundamental right, and specifically it comes under right to equality, which extends from Article number 14 to Article 18. So Article 17 talks about the abolition of untouchability. That means option number C is the correct answer. Article 17 talks about the abolition of untouchability. If we talk about option D, that is abolition of titles, so that has been provided under Article number 18. Next question. Article 24 of the Constitution prohibits employment of children below how many years in factories and other hazardous employment. So if we talk about Article 24, it prohibits children to work in any hazardous to do any hazardous work. So which of the children are prohibited? Is it children below the age of 12 years, 14 years, 16 years, or 18 years? So as per Article number 24, the children below the age of 14 years has been prohibited from working in any factories or any other hazardous employment. That means option number B is the correct answer. Next question is, how many constitutional remedies or writs are available in Article 32? We are talking about the constitutional remedies or the writs. So we have total 5 writs available in our constitution. Option number D is the correct answer. We have different kinds of writs. In Article 32, if someone violates our fundamental right, we can directly go to the Supreme Court and compel the court. We can go to the court and ask for our remedies. Next question is, where can a money bill be passed? We are talking about the money bill. So can it be passed in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, or can it be passed in the state legislative assembly? So if we talk about specifically, we are talking about the money bill, it can only and only be passed in the Lok Sabha. However, if we talk about any other bill, so that can be passed either in Lok Sabha or in Rajya Sabha. Next question. Constitutional remedies has been provided under which article of the Constitution? Right now we talked about the constitutional remedies. If any of our fundamental right has been violated, we can directly go to Supreme Court or we can go to High Court also. So as per Article number 32 and 226, we can claim our constitutional remedies. That means option number C is the correct answer. As per Article 32, we can directly go to Supreme Court, and as per Article 226, we can go to the High Court for the claiming of constitutional remedies. So our last question is, directive principles of state policy has been taken from which country? We are talking about the directive principles of state policy. Keep in mind that these are non-justiciable and it has been taken from the Ireland. If we talk about directive principles of state policy, it has been provided under part 4 of our Indian Constitution. And by this question, I complete the today's session. I hope you like this video. Kindly comment. Thank you.